guys, it's Anthony. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to go over how to close car deals, and we're going to go over one of my favorite word tracks, one of my favorite closes, and I call it the only two things matter, or the two things matter close. This is very simple to execute if you're a beginner. Sometimes I feel like we overlook this close as we begin to get more experience in the business because it is so simple, but it's so effective. And the way it would work is this. Let's say that I'm negotiating a car deal with John. I would say to John, I totally understand that you want to get yourself the best deal, and I want to get you the best deal as well. Now, let's say John's focused on sale price, or John's focused on trading, or John's focused on interest rate, or John's focused on term, or John's focused on any other thing other than what 99% of your customers are focused on, and that's the monthly payment. Yes, there's going to be outliers. There's going to be customers that they need to be at the exact sale price or the exact out the door down to the penny, or they need exactly what they want for their trade, or it's not a car deal. And there's ways that your desk manager can overcome those things in the form of presentation by giving the customer what they want, but at the same time holding gross profit. But at the end of the day, I would say to John, I totally understand the way you feel, and I want you to get the best deal as well, but I know that only two things matter, and I think you would agree. Number one, which vehicle is going to be in your driveway when you leave to go to work tomorrow, or that you take your kids to soccer practice, or you take your wife out to dinner, or you take to the mall, or you take with your friends, or you take on vacation. Which vehicle is going to be that? That's ultimately the most important. And number two, what's the monthly payment? I mean, sometimes it's so simple, but it's not as obvious as we think because we're overcomplicating the entire situation. And I would explain to John, let me ask you this. I know you want to get $17,000 for your trade-in. That's super important to you. And I feel as if you feel that's the most important piece of this puzzle, but there's a lot of pieces of the puzzle. Let me ask you this, John. What did you get for your trade-in last time? When you traded your vehicle in for the car you have now, what did you get for your trade-in? John doesn't know the answer. The reality of it is John forgets because it's not important. It's not important. I bet John remembers the vehicle, though. And I bet he probably remembers the monthly payment. Maybe. He definitely doesn't remember what he got for his trade-in. Or if John's harping about interest rate, I would say, John, let me ask you this. What's your rate right now? He may or may not remember, probably doesn't. But if he does, I would say, okay, what about the vehicle prior to that? What was your rate then? He definitely doesn't remember because it's not important. But he definitely remembers the vehicle, and he probably remembers about or around the monthly payment. And if he doesn't, that just backs up your close and your point even further, right? Only two things matter: the car in the driveway when you leave for work tomorrow and the monthly payment. The rest are pieces of the puzzle, John. Yes, they're important pieces of the puzzle, but they're not the most important piece of the puzzle. The puzzle only comes together when we check the vehicle and we check the payment box. That's the reality of it. That's the reality of it. Like, for the buyer that's talking about how much they're going to be paying over the course of 6 years or a 7-year loan, right? That's focused on that. I would say to them, I like to use this close every once in a while. I'll call it the Netflix close. I'll say, do you have Netflix? Okay, great. Or do you have Apple TV, or do you have Hulu, or do you have HBO Max or Disney Plus? What do you pay for that? They're definitely going to say something along the lines of $9.99 per month, or $15.99 per month, or $17.99 per month. They're definitely not going to tell you what they pay over a 6-year period. They're not going to say, over 6 years I pay $720 for it. No, they budget monthly. We all budget monthly. We budget everything monthly. And it's okay to have these honest and open conversations with your customer without being, too argumentative or combative. We don't want that, but just kind of explaining to them that, John, I've been in your positions too, and I felt that same way before until I kind of realized that the most important thing is that monthly payment. That's ultimately what matters because, John, let me ask you this. Let's say we got you everything for your trade that you want. We got you the interest rate that you want. The sale price was what you want, but the payment was still higher than you could afford per month. Would it be a car deal? John's going to say no. Because ultimately, it comes down to that payment anyway, right? So explain to John or explain to your customer in a very transparent, almost educational way, not combative, that, hey, listen, I get it. I've been in your spot. I'm in your spot too when I buy any number of things, including a vehicle. But I understand that only two things matter: the vehicle that's going to be in my driveway when I go to work tomorrow and the monthly payment. And that's what it comes down to. So if you can, relay that to your customer and you could, use that word track or closing technique, I think you'll find it super effective. It's simple, sometimes so obvious that we forget to use it, right? We assume that, of course, the customer realizes this. They're just being, petty or a stickler, but maybe they don't. Once you deliver that close and you deliver it with the courage of your convictions, they might go, you know what? Anthony was right. It does only come down to two things: the car in my driveway, right? The car in my driveway, number one, when I leave for work tomorrow, when I leave for school, when I leave for vacation, when I take the kids to practice, when I go to the grocery store, and the monthly payment. Hey, my friend, thank you for watching. And if you want to see videos just like this one, please like and subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate the love and support. And don't forget, leave some comments down below. I'm looking forward to all of your interaction and feedback, and I can't wait to bring you more videos just like this one. Thanks again. I'll talk to you soon.